I wanted to ask you about what I might call stamina. I mean, I'm interested in what you might call it, but I sort of call it stamina, and I feel like the preface to Sometimes I've Never Suffered sort of captures that. You said, sometimes I have never suffered concludes a fire in every world. A poem began with purgatory, slash a son and a father of sons, from the language of my captor, that was your book, and continue with a hell poem from another book, The Gilded Auction Block. The all of Sometimes I Have Never Suffered is the third part of this poem, but as the case with other two parts, it can be read on its own. So this is a poem across three books, if I'm not mistaken. How many years were those? How did you keep going with this one poem? Was the poem following you and refusing to let you go? To me, it just felt like incredible stamina, um, and long memory in a world of short memory. And I just wanted to talk to you about that. Like, how do you maintain that kind of stamina across projects, across books, like a river flowing continuously?
Well, I guess I would have never thought about it in that way, but you just, at least I just write a lot, and I tend not to think about, extension in that way. The thing that I've been working on now is extension of the Hell poem itself, because of the three parts, it's pretty much a straightforward narrative poem, and so I've extended it from, it's about 40 pages, a little bit less, to a little bit over 100 pages of the same narrative that's just continued from the end of the Hell poem to the end of the whole thing. And that was a piece where I was thinking about the whole thing sort of continuously over. I think I first wrote the Hell poem maybe in 2014, and I just maybe finished the extended version of it in 2023, and so to some extent I was thinking about it for about 9 years, but at times with more intensity. And because I wanted to make it a sort of traditional or straightforward narrative, I had to, there are things I had to keep in mind, what had the characters done. I had to excise, there's one part that I had written earlier that I cannot include because it doesn't make sense with regard to the narrative, the chronology. And how writing a lot comes into that is that if on a particular day I don't write more of whatever extended thing I'm working on, there are other things I can write. And so it's not as if it's sort of haunting me all that time. I give my attention to the other thing. And when I want to return to the larger project, when I'm in a particular mood to write that kind of poem or whatever, then I'll go back to it. It's not a thing that I feel like I have to stick with doing like every day, to the exclusion of other things.
Yeah, that's fantastic.